Yo, what's going on, guys? It's me, Aaron, with Evolution Daily. No fancy green screen today. I'm just going to sit here on the couch and I'm going to go really deep with you on my journey and essentially just where I began, where I am now, how I got here. Just a lot about me and a lot of the struggles that I've overcome and a lot of the issues that I've dealt with in my life and how I've overcome those issues and how I feel as though overcoming those issues has really benefited me to getting to where I am now. As of recording this right now, it's the first day that I've launched Engage, which is my full-length course. You guys know all about it already. I'm gonna have the link here on the screen, for you guys to be able to go register. And I had a bunch of fucking technical difficulties earlier today, and by the time this video gets uploaded, everything will be completely good for you guys to go. I'm so excited about that thing. I mean, a bunch of you guys have already registered, and I really honestly cannot thank you enough. But some people, I think people in other countries primarily have been having technical difficulties, but again, once this is uploaded, all good to go. But I just wanted to sort of, like I said, really talk about my journey and talk about how I began just realizing that I fucking sucked. How I began to make the changes that I needed to make, and some of the things that I've encountered on that road. So, and a lot of guys ask me about this. They want to hear more about the journey. And I think that a lot of guys find it very motivational. And you know what, to be honest, even just talking about it, I find it to be pretty motivational. I look back at where I was in life, and I can't believe that I ever allowed myself to be so low, essentially. And that's not to say that if you are in a low place right now, if you are really struggling with game, if you're struggling with your weight, if you have depression, all that, that's not to say that you shouldn't love yourself right now in this moment, because you absolutely should. But there's got to come this time where you demand more from yourself in all areas of your life, where you decide, look, I'm not going to settle for all this bullshit. I don't even want to say I was settling for mediocrity. I was settling for way below mediocrity. Mediocrity would have been a massive step up from where I was. So I'm going to start off with high school. When I was in high school, I didn't have a difficult high school experience. Everything was pretty great for me in high school. I was very overweight. I had really bad acne in high school and all of that, but I was always pretty funny. I was always pretty social and pretty outgoing. And so what that kind of caused for me to sort of be able to at least, be friends with some of the cooler guys in the school, and even some of the popular girls, some of the hot girls, they were my friends and stuff. And that was really cool and all, but something I've talked about a lot is how I feel like the pain that I felt before game wouldn't have even been as much if I was only hanging out with sort of losers, right? Because I was hanging out with these cool guys who, ever since, we were 13, these guys they were dating the popular girls. They had the girlfriends, and they were making out, under the bleachers and texting girls and all of this, and I feel like there's that thing that they say, they say that ignorance is bliss. I feel as though when you're kind of hanging out with a bunch of people that are at your level, then it's not as hard to deal with that kind of pain. It was much more painful, in my opinion, to be hanging out with, attractive girls often and having none of them ever want you. So I'm 13, I'm violently horny, and none of these girls want to fuck me. None of these girls want to kiss me. They're asking me about my friends and if I think my friend likes them. And, that just really caused a lot of pain body, I feel like, for me throughout all of high school. I just genuinely felt like, fuck, dude, I'm in high school. I'm insanely horny. I want to be, hooking up with these chicks, and I just can't. I hooked up with a girl a little bit in high school, a little something, but I didn't lose my virginity till I was 19 years old, a week before I turned 20. But high school itself was not bad for me. It wasn't a terrible experience. I had a really good high school experience. It was after high school that everything really got bad, that everything went down the fucking gutter. So I graduate from high school, and I don't know what to do. People are telling me to go to college because that's what you do if you're not a loser. So I start going to school, start going to community college, and I'm enrolled in classes, and I had drank a little bit in high school. I drank some. I would party on the weekends here and there. Senior year it started to escalate a little more, but it still wasn't that much of an issue by any means. But after high school, that was all I fucking did. That was all there was to do. I was living in a small ass town. I was living in Grafton, Ohio. And all there was to do was to drive around, get wasted, and smoke weed. My friends and I would literally drive around and drink because we had nowhere else to go drink. We would just be driving around the country roads, getting wasted, getting high. That was all we did. And my entire life centered around, when's the next time I'm getting wasted? Where's the next party? I want to play some fucking beer pong. And that was fine, but what I began to do was I began to create my entire social personality around alcohol and pot. I really just, when I wasn't drunk, I didn't like who I was. When I wasn't drunk, I started to get to this place where I was so without direction, and I was just so lost and had no clue what to do in my life. I had my friends who were going off to big schools, who were getting these good jobs, they kind of just seemed like they had it going on. And then I had my friends that stayed where I stayed, and we just got fucked up all the time. And what that began to do is it began to manifest what I believe to be one of the biggest dangers of excessive alcohol consumption, which is that, again, you develop your entire social personality around being a fucking alcoholic. So you're the guy you're a fun time, you're a blast at the bar, man, you're a blast, you're getting wasted, singing karaoke, you're at the parties, you're being a blast, man, you're having so much fun. But then you start not being able to be yourself when you're sober. Again, you develop your new personality around just being drunk, and you're always wanting to get drunk, and that's all you're wanting to do. And again, that was fun for a little while, but I started to develop this really, really deep self-consciousness about the fact that I felt like I wasn't going anywhere in life. I always thought that as soon as I turned 18, which is right after high school, I always thought as soon as I turned 18, I'm going to start doing all these things that adults can do. Because I always told myself when I was 17, I remember being like, I can't start a business yet because I'm a born and bred entrepreneur. I was 15 years old, fucking going on and on about how I'm gonna fucking start my own businesses and all this stuff. And I always said, once I'm 18, I'll start my own business. Once I'm 18, and I'll start investing in the stock market and all this shit. And I had all these big plans for myself, and then I was just never doing anything about them. And so essentially what you have from ages 18 to 22, you have me bouncing around from a few different colleges, the community college, to Kent State, to Ohio State. And what you have somebody who has had sex with now 2 girls that were not attractive. It was nothing to gloat about. I was very uncomfortable. I was very overweight. I was fat as fuck. I wouldn't even take my shirt off during sex with these girls. I wouldn't sleep with them. In this lighting right here, this daytime shit, I would never fucking sleep with a girl during the day because then she'd see my whole body, and I was so self-conscious, no direction, totally lost in the world. And those girls that I slept with, those were through deep social circles from high school. That's what those were. Those were girls who I had just known for years and years and years. Both of them had kind of just gotten out of a relationship and they were just rebounding. And I slept with them a little bit, dated one of them for a little bit. She broke my heart, absolutely destroyed me. Because when you're low, man, when you're real low, when you're overweight, when you're depressed, when you have social anxiety, you're alcoholic, you cling on to people, man. You cling on to people because we're always chasing safety. We're always chasing a safe harbor. And the world is hard. Life is hard. So when you start getting involved with a partner, you depend on them for your positive emotions, for your sense of certainty in the world, for your sense of safety and warmth. And so that's what I did with this one girl, the girl that I lost my virginity to, and she destroyed me, bro. I was fucking, she broke up with me, and I drove to the fucking store. I got a 12-pack of Busch Light and a bottle of Kamchatka, and I just got wasted for like 3 days. I kept going to get more beer, just locked myself in my bedroom, sneaking alcohol into my room, just getting wasted, watching fucking Lost or something. It was really, really fucking crushing. So you've got 4 years of that and not knowing what the fuck it is I'm going to do. Now, luckily for me, I had a very good friend, one of my best friends in the world, still to this day, my good buddy Sam. And maybe you guys have heard me talk about, this incident in a couple of my past videos. But my buddy Sam and I, he would really help me. He would really talk to me. He's a very driven dude, and he would really help me, be like, man, like, I want to help you lose weight, like, I want to help you get it together. When I was really depressed about certain stuff in my life, I could talk to him, just a really, really good friend. And one day, Sam sends me a video, and he says, hey, man, my brother found this, and he thinks that it would really help you out. And what it was Owen Cooke, RSD Tyler. He was on top of Rockefeller Center, and he was talking all about how to end negative thought loops, how to get your mind to a place where you're no longer waking up and having all these bullshit negative thoughts and then letting those basically control the rest of your day. And that's something I did. I let my mind run. I had no control over my brain whatsoever. So I'm watching this video, and I'm blown away. I mean, I don't even know self-development exists. I maybe heard of Tony Robbins, but I thought, just kind of like this nerdy sort of thing, this like hoorah, go get the world. Like, I didn't know what it was, and so I didn't know self-development existed at all. And I'm watching this balding ginger on top of Rockefeller Center talking about being, things related to being the best version of yourself, doing things that are good for your body and your brain and all this stuff. And I'm blown away, but every once in a while, in the video, he says, now when it comes to picking up girls, or now when I'm talking to women, or now when I'm out at the club and I'm talking to a girl. And I'm like, why does this guy keep talking about talking to girls? Like, this video is about depression and stuff. Why does he keep mentioning that? And at that time, I was not, this is 2012, so, the whole idea of subscribing on YouTube wasn't huge yet, at least in my world it wasn't. And so I didn't subscribe to channels. I didn't really even know that people had a YouTube channel. I just thought like videos existed on YouTube. And I click through to see like, who is this guy? And I find these videos. I find infield pickup and how to make a girl realize that you're high value, how to fucking yada, 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 all of this shit. And I'm like, whoa. There's guys out there that I didn't even hear of mystery. I didn't hear of pickup artistry, nothing. I maybe heard the word pickup artist, but I'm watching this and I'm like, whoa, there's these guys out here that are like dedicated to being like an awesome version of yourself and dedicated to picking up girls and teaching me how to pick up girls, and I'm blown away. I'm just like, boom. And I hear a lot of guys that have the story where they have been in game for a while. Maybe you're watching this right now and you've been in game for a while and you haven't gone out and taken action and you've just been like waiting around to go out and do your first approaches and stuff like that. But that wasn't me. To me, at that moment, that hit such a point in my chest, in my fucking heart, that I was like, oh my God, this is what I've been waiting for. This is it. So I was at my parents' actually when I watched that. So I come back down to Columbus, and I'm still at Ohio State at the time. Come back, and I'm like, I am gonna be a fucking pickup artist. I am going to fucking do this. So I'm fat, I have terrible acne, I still have bad social anxiety, bad depression. I made like one friend while I was at Ohio State. It was my good friend Zorn. I'm still great friends with him. Maybe he'll see this video. I'm not even going to tell him about this video, so that way I'll know, because he'll hit me up if he sees this. But, one of my really, really fucking good friends, and him and I would just go out and get wasted all the time, And because I had a very hard time, again, I built my social personality around alcohol. So when I came to these different schools that I went to, I had a hard time making friends, dude, because the only thing I could really do with people was like get wasted. And even then it was just kind of, I was just off, man. I lost my social flow. I lost my personality. I was so self-conscious about my body and my skin and just the fact that I still didn't know what I wanted in life. And I just was very fucking like, it was bad. And so I'd go out with this guy and we get wasted all the time. And that was fucking awesome. But then I discovered this. I discovered pickup. And I'm like, all right, so I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, going out getting wasted. But I'm going to talk to girls now. So that's what I did. I went up and I would just be like, hey, what's up? I'm Aaron. And I was like, I'd be like shaking. Even while I'm wasted, I'm like, hey, I'm Aaron. And they'd be like, hi. And I'd be like, can I buy you a drink? And they'd be like, sure. And I'd buy them a drink. And then they'd probably run away because I was disgusting and had no sub-communications. I was really, really bad at game. And so they'd like run away. And I'd bitch about the fact that I just bought this girl a drink. And it sucked. It sucked. So I had no success for the first couple of months. Zero. Absolutely none. Nothing. And I was going out a lot. I was even starting to go out solo. And I would go out and I would just get wasted. And I started to realize, all right, look, be real. The guys that you're seeing that are going home with girls, the guys that you're seeing that have girlfriends, they're better looking. They're better looking than you. And I had to get real with myself and I had to be like, look, dude, you got to take care of your skin. Got to lose this weight. So I went through a bunch of different skin treatments, and what happened was I ended up just actually having an extremely red, blotchy face for like another month because I had all these crazy creams on my face. So now I'm fat with acne, and I've got red blotches all over my face, and I'm just a disgusting monster. Absolutely horrible. That causes this extreme depression. But then I start hitting the gym, and I never worked out in my life since I was maybe like in Little League football or something like that when I was younger. But I go through this really, really dark period where I'm like, not even this pickup thing is working. The thing that I thought was going to change everything, not even that's working. It's all fucking shit. I hate everything. Dark, dark, dark depression. I'm going to be fucking 50 someday. How the fuck, what am I even going to, I'm just going crazy. My parents are going to die. Just going nuts, bro. And so I start hitting the gym. And I start losing the weight. And as I start losing the weight, my skin starts clearing up. I'm becoming more confident. I start going back out again. I'm going out, I'm losing the weight, my skin's clearing up, and it's working in a cycle. I'm getting more confident because of the skin clearing up. I'm starting to like get girls that give me their phone numbers and that are interested in hanging out. I remember I went on a couple little Chipotle dates with a couple girls. And they didn't go anywhere because I was still just really, really fucking weird. I went on some bad dates back in the day, bro. I went on some bad fucking dates. I didn't know what to say, how to vibe, what to talk about. That's why it was so important for me to cover that shit in Engage, because I know that you guys need to fucking know that shit because I used to not know it. It was fucking awful. Some of these dates were so uncomfortable. But I started going out, and what happens is I start losing the weight. I start clearing my skin up. I start going out a lot. And what happens is I'm starting to sleep with a couple girls. All of a sudden, I'm meeting girls via cold approach pickup. And I'm like, oh my fucking God, this is working now. This is working, holy shit. Like, what the fuck? It's working. I'm sleeping with fucking girls. And they were not attractive yet. Right away, they were not attractive, don't get me wrong. But I'm going out and I lose a bunch of weight. I lose 23 pounds in the first month. I lose 20 pounds the next month. I'm doing Tim Ferriss's 4-hour body, slow carb diet. I'm losing all this weight and I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling like I got the fucking world by the balls. Now I'm about 8 months in the game. I meet this little fucking cutie and, well, I'll call her Courtney. I meet Courtney. And what do I want in this world more than anything? I want a girlfriend. I want that safety from that girl that I had back in the day. I want a fucking girlfriend. Now I've slept, so I went from sleeping with 2 girls all the way until game to now sleeping with 8 girls in like the 8 months or whatever that I was in game. And I locked this one down and I'm like, I want you to be my girlfriend. She's like, okay. So she becomes my girlfriend. And while she's my girlfriend, I started doing stand-up comedy. And that was great. That was great for my personal growth, but I let everything else go. I essentially stopped caring about game. I started losing my fucking fitness gains. I started gaining weight again. I was drinking even more than I was before because that's all her and I did was we just got fucking wasted all the time. And I just started letting everything go. Now about halfway through that relationship, I was like, and it was about a 1.5 year, 2 year relationship, I was like, all right, I have got to, like, I've got to have my options open because I'm starting to feel like this relationship isn't working out. I got to get back in the game. So I get back in the game while I'm with this girl, cheat on her quite a few number of times. It was not a good thing. I'm not proud of that. I don't think it's cool to cheat on your girlfriend. I don't think that that's like, I don't brag about that. I cheated on the bitch. I don't care about that. I think that that's lame. I wish I wouldn't have done it. I regret it. I broke that girl's heart. But eventually, I moved on. Her and I split up. And what happened was I started doing stand-up comedy during that relationship. And I had made a good friend, my good buddy Jared. And Jared came up to me and he goes, what happened to that girl that I used to always see you with? And I'm like, oh, we broke up, man. That's my girlfriend, but not anymore. We're fucking done. And he goes, have you ever heard of The Game? And I'm like, whoa, what are you talking about here, buddy? What do you mean The Game? He's like, yeah, I've been reading this book that my dad gave me, The Game, and I want to go out and try this shit. And I was like, whoa. So I started telling him all about how I used to be really, really deep into it, all this shit, and we go out relentlessly. That's where it all fucking begins, okay? I'm 24 at this point, and we start going out relentlessly. And we are just, and I'm going out sober. I hadn't quit drinking yet, but I'm going out sober, and I'm starting to fuck girls. I'm starting to fucking sleep with some of the hottest girls that I had ever been able to imagine. And since then, I've slept with hotter girls, but back then, some of the girls I was sleeping with, I was like, oh my fucking God, dude. I would like cry. I'd be like crying, I feel like I'd be like, oh my, I'd be crying with joy. Like, one of these girls would leave or something and be like, yeah, I definitely want to hang out again, whatever. I'd be like, oh my God, like, what the fuck is even happening? And I'm undergoing this insane growth and I'm fucking crushing it. And then what happens is I go through these different periods. I go through these different series of events where I'm like, all right, now I'm going to get really serious about game. One of them was this crazy love story I had with this girl, Rachel, which if you're in Engaged, then you'll see I've got 5 bonus video field reports where I talk all about these 5 different crazy experiences I've had through pickup. And one of them I think is like 20 minutes, me going on and on about Rachel. But that was a time where I was like, once that ended and I was insanely heartbroken, I was like, and I mean, it was only like a week period. It was only like a week or a couple week thing. But it ended and I was so devastated. I was like, I'm fucking going cold. I'm going cold. I'm going to go out fucking relentlessly. I'm going to get really serious. Then I had this crazy trip with all my buddies, and we all went to Panama City Beach, and we fucking, again, we hit it hard, serious immersion for like 7 days straight, and I came back to Columbus, and I was like, I'm going to get really fucking serious about game, even more than I've ever fucking been. And now I'm at a point where I've reached levels so fucking extreme with pickup that I have these fucking hot girls that 4 years ago, I would have never even thought that that girl would even kiss me. Now I'm sleeping with these types of girls and they're fucking blowing me up and I'm getting annoyed by them. Girls that I didn't think would kiss me, I'm now getting annoyed by how fucking obsessive they are with me. And that's because I went through all of this fucking bullshit. Time in, time out, fucking going through depression, losing this fucking weight, going through game, going through that relationship that ended up being toxic and fucking ruining my game, making me lose my game. And now I'm the most fucking dedicated I've ever been. I launched Evolution Daily, and I've just been putting out these fucking videos for you guys, recording the fucking infield, all of this. Now, I launched Evolution Daily while I was drinking. I was still drinking while I launched Evolution Daily, okay? Now, it was about, I'd say 4 months in to Evolution Daily that I basically just decided that I was going to do a 30-day no alcohol challenge with my buddy. So I'd kind of tried to limit the alcohol since I was getting very serious about pickup, going out sober all the time, but I would just come home and end up getting drunk. Or like if I was pulling a girl, I would end up drinking with her, like right near the end of the night, stuff like that. But me and my buddy decided we were going to do a 30-day no alcohol challenge. And I'd say it was about 20 days in that I realized everything was better. Everything. I was crushing it in my game. I was crushing it in Evolution Daily. I was getting my life together. I was saving money. My fitness was on point. Everything was better during the 30 days of no alcohol. So I decided I'm going to go another month. I'm going to do one more 30-day challenge. Okay? Then I decide, you know what? We're going to Florida soon. I'm going to drink in Florida. Get to Florida, don't want to drink. I just want a game. I just want to fuck girls, and that's what I did. I fucked girls in Florida instead of drink, and that was more fun. Obviously, if I could have done both, that would have been cool too, but I didn't drink. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to wait till my birthday. I think I can wait till my birthday. And my birthday came around, and I didn't want to drink. I wanted to go out and game. I wanted to fucking go out and fucking do pickup and sober, because it's so much fucking fun sober. Once you develop your personality around being sober instead of being fucking wasted, then everything becomes more fun. Because here's a problem, okay? This is what alcohol does. Alcohol raises the bar for everything. So something I used to do is I used to go to the movie theater and I would get wasted. They sell wine in 4 little bottles. You can buy 4 little plastic bottles of wine. I'd put 2 in each pocket, and I'd go to the movie theater and I'd get fucking hammered. Once I sobered up and I started going to the movie theater, it was boring. It sucked. So you can go out and do pickup and get wasted, and it's such a blast, but then you try doing it sober and you're like, oh fuck, this is not as fun. Where's the booze? But you have to break that cycle. You have to break that goddamn cycle that tells you, I need the booze, I need the booze, I need the booze, because you don't need the fucking booze. So now I'm like a year, and right now as I sit here recording this video, I'm like a year and 6 months sober, I think. A year and 6 months sober. My game's the best it's ever been, the sharpest it's ever been. My Evolution Daily is doing great. I've got a lot of you guys in the virtual instruction program. A lot of you guys just signed up for Engage. I'm doing well for myself now, just in life in general, and everything is fucking solid. And I heard a quote once, and I don't remember who said it, but somebody said, the depth of your success is equal to the depth of your pain. And so I meet a lot of guys that are 18, like 17, 18, 19-year-old guys who, they love Evolution Daily. They're watching all the self-development shit. And it's great. It's really, really good content. But I also just want to tell you guys, live life a little, man. I left out a lot about my journey, I've crashed my car drunk before. I've done horrible things to my friends while I was wasted. When I was really, really overweight, I went through like serious periods where like I'd be like on and off like eating disorders. Like I'd like not eat for an entire day and tell myself I was gonna like starve myself for a week until I lost some weight, because like I wanted to fuck Vicky and Vicky didn't want to fuck me. And I went through a lot of really, really dark shit, really a lot of dark times, deep loneliness. And that's why I'm so passionate about pickup, dude, because this thing was the catalyst. This world that we all are immersed in, and if you're watching this right now, then you're immersed because you've made it now fucking 27 minutes into my video. This world that we have here is crazy, and it's fun, and it's amazing. And when you're inside of a hot ass girl and you're like, man, I learned all this from the fucking internet, you are blown away. You're like, I can't believe that this is happening right now. I just got really, really excited. But I'm so serious. And I wanted to make this video because, guys just, it's a weird accusation, but guys say shit to me. Like, they're like, you seem like a natural. I feel like you were always this way and now you're just doing game. Not the case, bro. Not the fucking case at all. I come from a very, very dark place. Even mentally, the way I thought about things. I remember, like, I used to really judge people because I judged myself so harshly. I would judge like what people were wearing, and I would like really, I was very superficial. Even though I looked disgusting, I was superficial. I was fake. I just feel like I was never myself until I got comfortable with who I was as a person. And I've reached that through Cold Approach Pickup. And I'm not saying pickup is your end-all be-all. This isn't like a go buy Engage so that way you're fucking amazing at pickup and you're gonna be internally fulfilled for the rest of your life. This isn't that. But what this is it's just me telling you that you can fucking get out of whatever hole you find yourself in. If you find yourself in a dark place, you can get out of it. If you find yourself fucking, you're watching this, you're overweight, you know you need to hit the gym, hit me up personally in email, aaron@evolutiondaily.com. I'd love to give you some pointers. I'd love to just kind of, tell you some of the things I did to lose weight. That's for another video. I'm here to help you guys. I want to do everything that I can to help you guys to get to a place where you don't sit around feeling like, man, I cannot get a girlfriend. My parents think I'm weird. My friends all have girlfriends. I don't have a girlfriend. I'm lonely. I can't get laid. I want so desperately. You're sitting there fucking fapping to fucking internet porn and you're just desperately wanting to get laid, and you might not see the vision for yourself, but I promise you it's there. I promise that you can do it. I did it, and I'm here to fucking help you guys do it. So I just wanted to go a little in depth on my journey. Maybe I'll do another one of these eventually and kind of maybe even go even deeper into some shit, but I'd love to hear you guys' comments below, and Engage. Again, I just dropped Engage. You know, my full-length course teaching you guys how to have vibing conversations, how to talk forever, kind of like I just did in this video, sexually escalate, all of that. It's my life's work. It's a thing that I'm the most proud of in this world. And so I look forward to you guys registering and hearing what you guys think about everything. So thank you guys so much, and I will see you all in the next video.